From the depths of burnout, I have returned to make you think that I'm gonna do this consistently. But we'll see. It is 2025. We have survived another year, and I am manifesting all of the good energy and all of the good things for both myself and for you guys out there. So in this video, we're going to keep it super chill, and we're going to do our 2024 art business review. We're going to talk about YouTube. We're going to talk about the launch that I may or may not have told you guys about, but that's okay because everyone makes mistakes and we're forgiven. We listen and we don't judge, right? And we're going to set some goals for the new year. I have all my notes on the screen here, so if you see me kind of looking, that's just me checking my notes, so don't mind me. So let's start off with YouTube. We reached exactly 1,000 subscribers in the new year. Like literally New Year's Day, I checked my phone and holy crap, there's 1,000 of you all. So first off, I just want to say thank you so much for any support, comments, watching the videos, or just engaging with the channel in general. This channel would be nothing without you guys. So we reached a new freaking milestone, and we're just one step closer to getting monetized. There's still like a watch hour thing that I have to do, but I'll figure that out. Y'all ain't gotta do that. Y'all just keep doing what you do, keep watching videos, keep vibing, and just learning all that good info. Getting into the stats of things, and I just realized that my camera is slightly in the way of my notes. The channel grew by exactly 812 subscribers. That is kind of insane that 812 of y'all thought that there was something on this channel where you're like, you know what? That's actually worth subscribing. So hi, hello, welcome to the channel. I hope I don't disappoint. So in the realm of YouTube, let's cover the stats real quick. I made about 10 YouTube videos, about 20 to 30 shorts, and we started live streaming. And if I'm not mistaken, I did about 10 live streams as well. So for the video side of things, I wanted to make more long form videos. To be frank, I had a goal of doing at least like 30. That did not happen. We're never making that aggressive a plan again until I'm comfortable. Like making YouTube videos takes a lot of effort. You got to be able to have your script done, have your recording done, have your recordings not mess up. Like I haven't been recording this like 6 different times, and all of that to take into consideration. And that's not even including the editing, the uploading, the scheduling, and all of that other stuff. So YouTube videos take a while. I wanted to do more, but life got in the way. I still kind of beat myself up over it a little bit, but you get done what you get done. At the end of the day, I made 10 videos, and that's more than I made in the previous year, which was like, I think like 4 videos. So that is growth, that is progress. I just need to tell that little bug in my head to shut the hell up. Period. As far as live streaming is concerned, I kind of started that on a whim. I was like, you know what, let me try out live streaming. I've always wanted to do it, and you know, this is a great time to try. I did it, and to be quite frank, I enjoyed it a lot. I got really sucked in. I love being able to talk to and communicate with you guys, and it just was a really good time. Just realistically speaking, I can't do this every week. I know there's no like definitive schedule on when you should live stream, but I tried to do a weekly thing to figure it out, and I found out very quickly it ain't for me. So goal number 1 is to create a realistic content creation schedule. I went way too hardcore, way too aggressive, and it just was not working. So that's goal number 1. Goal number 2 is I want to make at least 2 YouTube videos a month, just 2. And anything extra will be extra if I'm feeling extra inspired or I have like a bunch more free time to create more content, then sure, more videos will be uploaded. Goal number 3 is to do at least 1 live stream a month. I think with everything I have going on with planning my business, organizing things, going to different events and so on, I think that I can do at least 1 live stream a month. I really do enjoy, you know, talking and goofing around and talking about One Piece with the community. So I want to continue doing that. But once a month is a bit more realistic than trying to go for weekly. So now let's talk about social media now that the YouTube side is out of the way. So I'm going to group Instagram and TikTok together because I just kind of use them the same way. I know you're supposed to use like separate strategies, but I can't be bothered. For social media, I made about 46 total posts. So that's a combination of reels, picture posts, carousels, and everything else in between. Honestly, I felt like I could have done more, but again, just like YouTube, I bit off more than I could chew. I tried to set up a very aggressive schedule of trying to post multiple times a week, and then I just ran out of content, when in reality, I should have just did a weekly schedule just to make it so where it was easier for me to manage. But you live, you learn, and now I know for this year to not go too crazy. As far as followers are concerned, I grew about 90 followers on Instagram and I think about 36 followers on TikTok. Now, followers are followers. I am so happy that there was a collective group of people who still thought that, hey, your content's pretty cool, that's awesome, we want more. and I appreciate every single one of y'all. So thank you for the follow, thank you for the support, thank you for your general interest in my content, my business, and all the things that I'm doing here. The goal for social media is very straightforward. I'm gonna do one post a week, period. Just one. Not multiple posts a week, not any of this crazy stuff, just one post a week. And like YouTube, if I'm feeling inspired, if I'm feeling like I have some extra time, there may be additional content, but you can expect at least one post on Instagram, one post on TikTok a week. Now, I think by the time this video comes out, TikTok's supposed to be banned, so we'll see how that goes, but oh well. If it's not banned, cool, I'll post there. If it is, oh well, I'll just post somewhere else. No big deal to me. So now that social media and content is out of the way, let's talk about the art business. On September 1st, 2024, I launched my online art business, Volpipon, a website where you can purchase spooky, cute prints. And if you know you're a gothic nerd out there, I got you. I see you. This art is for you. So just to cover a little slew of things that happened, and I'm just gonna read off my list. In the 4 months that the business has been live, we have made 41 products. 41 products. Okay, we made 41 products. We did one shop update, so a little bit of tea behind that. It was supposed to be a Halloween update, but I just kept falling behind on getting the work done, so it ended up being like a end of year update. So either way, I'm gonna make spooky Halloween themed stuff all year round, so it is what it is. We made 18 sales. Shout out to my friends and family and the few mutuals that I have online who thought that my business was worth supporting. You guys are amazing, and I would not be here without you. We did one partial refund, which we'll talk about that in a minute, along with some shipping mistakes. We had one order lost in the mail. That was dumb. Those are like the main things that happened just in the 4 months of the business being live. So let's get into the money side of things. So I want to start off by saying that I think I did pretty good. For the business to be out for about roughly 4 months, I made about $400-ish. Now that's revenue, not profit. If we count expenses, then profit is zero. But as far as revenue is concerned, I made about $400 or so in like the 4 months that it has been live. And I think that's really, really good, especially considering that with most new businesses, they usually don't make any money, or they make very, very small amount of money. They start up and they might make like $5, $10, $20, maybe even reach like $100, but it's usually a very, very low. Like I went in knowing I wasn't going to make like a crap ton of money and make back all my expenses and profit like crazy. Like that's just not realistic. So I know like in the years moving forward, as I improve my marketing efforts, as I like go to more like in-person events and start selling, doing all the different things, eventually I will start to profit and that income will outweigh the expenses. But for now, I know in the beginning that's not the case. Speaking of expenses, I spent about $2,000 just getting this whole business thing started. That includes website fees, subscription fees for different business related things, starting up the business itself. So like, you know, what I needed to pay for with like my local state and the government and all that other fun stuff. And then just various different supplies and materials and resources that I need to run my business. And it all adds up. But how am I able to afford this if I don't make any money from my business, really? It's because I have a day job. I take money from my day job and I just save a little money each month so that if I need to purchase something from my business, whether it be supplies, subscriptions, paying taxes, or so on, I have that money allocated. And that's how this is gonna be until my business gets to a point where it can pay for itself, meaning it makes enough business to pay for all of the expenses that go into it. I am not there yet because I just started, but give or take a couple months to a few years and I will be there. But that's kind of the expectation you need to think of when you're going into this, because not everyone's gonna blow up, go super viral, and make like thousands of dollars to compensate for all of their expenses and actually start like profiting like crazy. Like realistically, that does not happen to everyone. That is like a 1 in a million thing. So just, you know, keep that in mind. I know everyone's excited about really pursuing their dreams and their goals in art, but you also need to have realistic expectations and think about the business side of things. You're not going to make a lot of money. And if you do, I am happy for you. I am genuinely happy for you if you make a lot of money when you first start up your business. But please don't think that that's like the standard. That is like an anomaly. And there's nothing wrong with being an anomaly. Just, you know, realistically think about it and just not get sucked into that mindset of, oh, this is how it's always going to be. Because it's not. It's not. Trust, you're going to have some highs and you're going to have some lows. So right now I'm kind of in like the doot. and eventually it'll become like a slow little increase. Let's talk about some of those mistakes that I made. One of those mistakes was that I had to do a partial refund because a customer had ordered something and they were charged the wrong shipping. As of right now, the level of Squarespace I have, I can't do really intricate shipping rates, so I have to manually put one in, and I realized that I had put in a typo and it put $6 instead of the $2 that it was supposed to be. Thankfully, that customer was a friend, so I was able to reach out to them, let them know like, hey, you were overcharged and you've been refunded the amount. It was really easy since I think that transaction was through PayPal, so I was able to issue that part of the refund through PayPal. So super easy, super straightforward, and a very painless process, but a legitimate mistake. After that, I went through like all of my shipping rates and made sure that they were correct, because if you're buying like 2 or 3 stickers, it doesn't make sense to spend like $6 for shipping them. That's goofy. Within the first 4 months, I had to do a refund of some sort, which is kind of goofy, but what can you do? The second mistake I did, which was completely dumb, and I can't believe I made this mistake, but my first like 3 or 4 orders when I launched my shop, I ended up sending to myself. How did I send them to myself? Well, when you have a letter, you're supposed to put the return address in the top left-hand corner of the letter. So if something happens, they know who to send the letter back to. In the center of the letter, you're supposed to put the sending address. Well, my big intelligent brain has reversed those. The return address was who I was sending it to, and the send address was my own mailbox. Either way, I have resolved that issue. All the orders were resent out within like, I think a week that I had originally shipped them out, and I've already pre-placed those return labels on multiple envelopes, so I know for a fact it's in the correct spot now. So yeah, it's a silly little mistake, but I don't know about y'all, but I hadn't sent a letter out in forever, and even looking up a resource, hell, multiple resources, I still got it wrong. So just, just small things to check. So weird name number 3 is that one of my orders got lost in the mail. Again, thankful situation that it happened to a friend and not a customer that I do not know, but they reached out to me about a few days after like it should have been delivered, saying like, hey, had it been out yet? We did a little digging and we had determined that the letter had been lost, and I can confirm that I did not send it to myself. This time around, I sent back out her order, but I put it in a bubble mailer, so it's about this big or so something that's about this big shouldn't get lost in the mail, and thankfully within a few days she got her order, so we're all good there. I wanted to just share some of the mistakes that have happened already, either of my fault or no fault of my own, just so you can have some realistic expectations of like what it's gonna be like when you get into making your own business. Because you might think, oh, everything's great, everything's fine, I've done everything that I need to do, and then like little small things pop up, and then it's like, oh, I hadn't considered that before. Oh, I need to like quadruple check that, because that shipping rate, I swear up and down, I checked that thing so many times. I must have gotten blind to the numbers and didn't catch the typo. Like, that one irks me a little bit, because I don't want people to spend more money than they have to. Like, that content me stuff, you want to treat yourself every now and then, but you shouldn't be paying an arm and a leg for like 3 stickers and shipping. So no, we fixed that immediately. So now that we've got all the business things out of the way, let's talk about the goals that we want to set for this year. Previous goals included, I want to add getting into one artist alley. Now, this could be an artist alley at a convention, or this could be in a art market. Whichever one, I'm gonna apply to a bunch of them in my area and like the surrounding area just to see like where that goes. But I want to get into one. I feel like getting the experience from both marketing and online sales and in-person sales will kind of help me become a better businesswoman. So that is a goal. Goal number 2 is to double my revenue. If last year in 4 months I made about $400, how much can I make in about 12 months? I think $800 is a very reasonable number to strive for, and hopefully with my increased marketing efforts and adding new products to the shop and whatnot, we can get that to a higher number. The next goal is to have at least 2 shop launches. I have 4 planned, roughly seasonal, but life gets in the way, things can happen, so I want at least 2 launches to go live for the shop. And my last goal for the business is to introduce 1 new product type. So whether that is notepad, stationery, whatever the case may be, I want to introduce another product type outside of stickers and prints, because of course I don't want to sell stickers and prints forever. I want to be able to expand and sell a whole wide variety of stationery. So this is a year where I want to try to like diversify the type of products. I won't do a bunch, but I'm going to try and aim for at least 1. So overall, for Volpe Punk as a brand, I think we did pretty good for 2024. We got the YouTube channel to grow, we got our social media to grow, we obviously have gotten more exposure about the business, and we have a solid plan for what we want to do in 2025. We want to get into a market, we want to have better marketing, we want to do more, but in a healthy way. We're not going to burn ourselves out like we did previously. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, because in the next video, we're going to be doing a planning session where we take all of these goals that we have established and make ourselves a game plan for this year to, try to hit those goals. We want to get into a market. We want to add more products to the store. We want to have different launches. So we're going to put together a plan to figure all of that out, and I will see you in the next video.